Hello, and welcome to me talking about the Pokemon Burn Tower Draft League tournament. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the quarterfinals of this tournament, my opponent for the quarterfinals, the team he has, and the team that I prepared for him, and then the battle between us will follow after that. So we are indeed in the playoffs for this tournament. I am in the quarterfinals against Willo's Wochiens, the coach of which is also just called Willo. Willo, I ended up being 7th in the tournament out of the 16 people there, and Willo was the second best performing with a record of 2-6, I think. No, it was 7-2 actually. Yeah, it was 7-1, and he had a differential of 11, which is a pretty good differential. It tells me he's a very, very skilled player. And he has a very, very scary team that he can use his skill to absolutely wipe the floor with me if he plays his cards correctly. So I'll go over his team now. He has Shaman Sky, Mega Slowbro, Blaziken, King Gambit, Rotom Frost, Mimikyu, Sandy Shocks, Haxorus, which can terastallize into a Dragon, Steel or Fighting type, Lantern, which can terastallize into a Water, Steel or Grass type, and Claydol, which can terastallize into a Ground, Steel or Poison type. Now, I think it's absolutely insane that Haxorus can terastallize in this, because Haxorus with Terra Steel can rip through a lot. Same thing with Hisuian Arcanine. It's one of those like Hisuian Arcanine Pokemon where it's like, it's just so strong. And if you give it access to Terra, it can just become so much stronger. I think I'm really surprised that they allowed this to Terra, but hopefully it will yield some interesting results. And of course, he also has his bulky water type. He has his Lantern, which can terastallize. I like that a lot. Terra Lantern's very, very fun. But yeah, his offensive threats are insane. He has Shaman Sky, which is very fast, very strong, and has the ability Serene Grace and Air Slash. Air Slash has a 30% chance to flinch, and then with Serene Grace, that effect is doubled, so he has a 60% chance to flinch with every Air Slash he hits. So that's not fun to deal with. He has Mega Slowbro, which, Mega Slowbro can be offensive threat. It can be a very big offensive and defensive threat. Obviously, it has has a defense stat of 180. Paired with 130 special attack, and then it just has solid HP and special defense as well. And it gets Iron Defense and Calm Mind. This thing can sweep teams just by being bulky. Honestly, it's insane. Blaziken has Speed Boost and Sword Stance. I don't need to say any more about that. King Gambit is infamous for being the most gimmicky Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, with its ability Supreme Overlord, giving it a boost in power for every opponent on its team that's fainted, and then pair that with the move Sucker Punch, which always moves first if your opponent attacks, and you have a Pokemon that just can reverse sweep you completely. So that's a very, very big threat. Rotom Frost is surprisingly bulky for being an electric ice type, and also is just strong, and it has the classic ice electric bolt beam coverage, which is really difficult to wall. Mimikyu is annoying with its disguise ability, so it won't take damage. Well, it will take a little bit of damage the first time it gets hit, but it won't take much. Which basically just gives it a free move to do whatever it wants. Sandy Shocks is fast and strong. It can do a lot. It can be utility by starting with Stealth Rock and Volt Switch, or it can just be fully offensive with Life Orb or Choice Specs and throw off Power Gems and Earth Powers and Thunderbolts and the like. And of course, we talked about Haxorus. It can terastallize, and it gets Sword Stance and Dragon Dance. One Sword Stance or Dragon Dance, and this thing can sweep after terastallizing. Lantern's a very, very bulky water type that can use its Terras to great effect, and Claydol is Claydol. It's good, but it's 3 points for a reason. That's nothing to underestimate, though. Still, like I've never fought a Claydol before, so honestly I don't know what all it can do. But the fact that it can Terra scares me enough, and it actually has a lot of immunities with its ability Levitate. not immunities, sorry, it has a lot of resistances and immunities with terrestrialization and levitate. So it's a threat nonetheless. I'm sure a Calm Mind set exists out there that could ruin someone's day. But yeah, that was Willow's team. I will go over the team that I've prepared for him now. So, firstly, looking at Willow's team, I noticed Skarmory is actually really nice here, right? It's a pretty good defensive matchup against a lot of his Pokemon. Shaman, Mimikyu, Sandy Shocks, Haxorus, you know, Claydol as well, you know, all pretty nice. So, naturally, Skarmory is on the team. It's physically bulky as always. I'll put a little bit of special defense into it, just so it can survive special hits a little bit better, so it doesn't take as much damage from like Shaman Sky using Air Slash to try and flinch me. I have Body Press and Brave Bird for damaging moves, and I have Roost to heal myself up, and I have Roar to get rid of anything that's trying to set up. So if Slowbro starts to set up Calm Mind or Iron Defense, I'll click Roar and it'll be forced to switch out. Same thing will happen if Haxorus tries to use Dragon Dance or Swords Dance. I can just roar them right back out. And then after they're roared out, even if I take a bit of damage, I can just Roost and I can heal back up. And of course the Rocky Helmet that he's holding allows me to deal a little bit of passive damage to any physical attackers that I'm scared of, like King Gambit and Haxorus. And also I've decided to make Skarmory a shiny for this, just because I thought it would be cool. You know, Spitfire Bird is in the quarterfinals now. Maybe she needed a little bit of a, you know, needs to be refined a little bit. Even though it kind of does look more refined in its non-shiny form, but whatever. I like the green in the shiny, so whatever. Next Pokemon I put on my team, of course, Walrein. Immediately after it was on the bench last week, it is right back on. And it's going to do a lot this game, I hope. Heavy Duty Boots means that I take nothing from a Stealth Rock that Sandy Shocks tries to set up, or King Gambit. And Surf lets me deal decent damage to a lot of things here. Blaziken, King Gambit, Sandy Shocks. Toxic, so that I can deal with the more like bulky Pokemon, like a Claydol or a Lantern or Mega Slowbro or something like that. And of course Rest and Sleep Talk for my healing. And of course I am Terra Dragon, so that I can better deal with Shaman Sky, Sandy Shocks, Blaziken, and Thick Fat, so that I take less damage from the Ice and Fire type moves that he tries to throw off at me with like Rotom. Or maybe like Ice Beam from Lantern or stuff like that. A bit of a more balanced defensive set, but I did go a little bit more on the physically defensive side, just for stuff like King Gambit. I didn't feel like it was necessary to invest more in special defense, so I decided to throw it into defense. Okay, that's Walrein. Third Pokemon on my team, Latios. Latios is running a bit of a different set than I normally do. I'm using Expert Belt, so that I can increase the power of my super effective moves, and I have Luster Purge, Energy Ball, and Aura Sphere to deal these super effective moves. To dish out these super effective moves even. I deal super effective damage to almost everything here. The only thing I don't deal super effective damage to Shaman, Mimikyu, or Haxorus before it terrestrializes. Everything else I can hit for super effective damage. Even after they terrestrialize, I believe. Except for, like, yeah, So, and then, because I already had these 3 attacking slots filled up, I decided, why not go for a little recovery move? So I put Recover on it, so that it can heal up on something that's trying to switch. If I'm thinking, oh, this Pokemon's probably going to switch out, I'm just going to click Recover so that I can heal up. If I'm not sure what he's going to be switching in, I can just click Recover, gain a little bit of health back, and I can switch right back out if it's a threat. So yeah, standard Latios set, but a fun item and a fun move in Recover as well. And I had just enough speed to outspeed a Sandy Shocks. The rest was put into special attack and the remaining was put into HP. Then the fourth Pokemon on my team, Mega Scizor. And again, a bit of a different set than I usually do. I'm running a more defensive set on it, specifically a more specially defensive set. I still got some attack in it, because obviously Mega Scizor with an attack of 150 needs some attack put into it, because come on, that's his whole thing. But yeah, 140 HP, 124 special defense. I'm going to be tanking special attacks better than I normally would, like Thunderbolt from Rotom Frost, Scald from Slowbro, stuff like that. A Bullet Punch for priority, so that I can deal with things like a Mimikyu after its disguise is broken, something that's setting up and's been left low health by a different Pokemon, Shaman, so that it can't hit me with Air Slash flinches. I have Close Combat to deal big damage to Kingambit, Rotom, and any of the 3 Terra Pokemon after they Terra Steeled, because I could imagine all these 3 Pokemon coming to the fight and all being Terra Steel, so it's a good bring to put some fighting coverage on it, because I'm probably going to need it. U-turn, so that I can pivot out of a sticky situation. I considered putting Sword Stance on it, but I think that U-turn maybe is better for a more defensive set. So that's Mega Scizor. 5th Pokemon on my team, Clefable, with a Babiri Berry. Babiri Berry means that I take less damage from a Steel-type move. A super effective Steel-type move, that is. So Iron Head from Kingambit or Terra Steel Iron Head from Haxorus will not kill me, and I should be able to fire back with a super effective Flamethrower. Moonblast hits everything else hits most of the things on this team for good damage. Actually, no, it hits everything on the team for good damage. His only fairy resistance is these last 3 Pokemon after they terrestrialize, and he can only do that with one of them, and I can hit them with Flamethrower. So yeah, this is good pretty good coverage. Moonblast Flamethrower has been a very consistent neutral damage dealer, I'm noticing, with Clefable. It's a pretty good damage combination, I must say, for offense. But yeah, physically defensive set, as I said, to better live Kingambit and Haxorus. I have Soft Boiled to heal myself up, and I have Aromatherapy, because I decided that I really don't want to have to deal with Paralysis from Rotom, or Toxic from Slowbro, or Paralysis from Lantern, or anything like that. So I have Aromatherapy on it to prevent anything from trying to anything trying to inflict a status condition on me. Oh, of course, Thunder Wave from Sandy Shocks too. I might have said that, but I have a bit of a small brain, so I'm not sure. And of course, the big thing with Clefable here is Unaware, so that I can ignore stat boosts. Again, this is just a good way to stop a Pokemon from setting up, like Calm Mind Slowbro, or Swords Dance Blaziken, or Kingambit, or something like that. I probably won't be able to do a ton of it, but at the very least, it will probably discourage him from setting up, because if when he sees the Clefable, because he'll think, oh, he'll be unaware, and he'll be, maybe, hopefully, at least he'll be slightly discouraged to set up while I still have my Clefable alive. And if that still goes wrong, I still have my Skarmory to roar them out. Just need to hope that goes well. So that's Clefable, and the final and 6th member of the team, Hisuian Arcanine. It doesn't have Head Smash this time. In fact, it doesn't have a rock move at all. I think at this point I'm done with rock moves, but who knows. Heavy Duty Boots this time round, so that I again take less damage from the Stealth Rock that something might try to set up. I have Flare Blitz to deal consistent damage to everything. Terra Blast to deal consistent damage to anything that Flare Blitz does not. Oh yeah, because I'm Terra Grass. Terra Grass, Terra Blast is the idea here. And Extreme Speed so that I can pick off anything low health, and also stop Shaman Sky from flinching me. And it also, Extreme Speed is one of the only like attacking moves that will beat Sucker Punch. So that's fun. So if I click Extreme Speed and Kingambit tries to use Sucker Punch on me, it'll fail. It will turn into a bit of a mind game after that, but you know, that's just how it is with Kingambit. And of course I have, I just, when I was team building, I decided I really wanted something that could burn my opponent, but I couldn't decide what I want. I couldn't figure out a way to make it work. And then I realized that, and I had Arcanine on the team, and I realized, oh wait, he has a free open move. Just put Will-O-Wisp on it, because there's not much else that I'd really want to put on it. Maybe Morning Sun, but I think Will-O-Wisp will be much nicer, so that I can burn Kingambit or Mimikyu or Haxorus, and that will also just shut down any physical attackers, which will be great. And of course, Rockhead is the ability so that I don't take any damage, so that no recoil damage from Flare Blitz will happen. So, that is the team for the quarterfinals of the Pokemon Burn Tower Draft League against Willow's Wo-Chiens. I do think I've built about the best team I could have for this. I did want to include Terra Ground Toxicroak instead of Arcanine, and also wanted to fit Arboliva in here somewhere, because Arboliva deals well with Lantern and Sandy Shocks and other Pokemon that are generally a threat to me, but I decided in the end that this is probably the best team I could have made to beat him. Maybe not the best, but like, surely an efficient one, right? Yeah. So that's the team. Spitfire Bird the Skarmory, Captain Morgan the Walrein, Airborne the Latios, Steel Yourself the Mega Scizor, Serenity the Clefable, and Iwasuke the Hisuian Arcanine. Yeah, so that's my team for the quarterfinals of this tournament. So I'm going to cut to the battle when that starts. Alright, we are here in the quarterfinals, so I'm going to accept his battle now. And here we go. So, yeah, this looks about exactly what I expected. Everything here is just scary. What didn't he bring, though? He didn't bring Rotom, or Sandy Shocks, or Haxorus. Oh, no, I did bring Haxorus, sorry. So no Rotom, no Sandy Shocks, but pretty much every other threat you could think of is here. I'm honestly kind of surprised to see no Sandy Shocks, but I'm not going to complain. I need to figure out what I'm going to lead with now. Oh, okay, I'm scared. What is a good lead here? What's he gonna lead with? Probably Lantern or Shaman? So I'm thinking Latios. Latios seems to have a pretty good starting matchup against everything here, including that. Even though that's not something that we're faster than. I'm gonna make sure that this thing doesn't actually learn any moves that can deal any damage to me. Dazzling Gleam, that's a thing. Forgot about that. Damn, that does a lot of damage to Clefable. Skarmory. No damage. Beautiful. This is probably Slowbro coming in here, right? I wonder if clicking Roar is... Yeah, no, I don't want to reveal that right away, I don't think. And then I need to just think here. Oh, bro, I'm terrified. This is very, very scary. Yeah, we don't do any damage to Slowking. I might just body press Blaziken. I could have very easily clicked Brave Bird there. I could have very, very easily clicked Brave Bird there. That would have been very bad for him. I'm surprised he did that. But yeah. And also realizing now this is like scary to switch into. Like I said, if this has knockoff, then I'm done. Okay, how good is Terra Grass Arcanine in this game? I can dodge. Do damage to you and you. And how worthwhile is Walrein here? Blaziken versus Clefable. That is a lot. Sorry, I'm really taking my time. I'm scared. Because I'm so scared of him just clicking knockoff here. So, you know, I'm just going to skip for it. Yep, okay, he has knockoff. We lost our Babiri Berry, but that's okay. I'm going to Moonblast. Because that's neutral against everything here, which is really nice. In comes Lantern. Okay. How specially bulky is that then? What is your set, my good friend Lantern? Ooh, is that a Saltfest? A Saltfest Lantern? A Saltfest Lantern is insane. At least I know it can't paralyze me. But it also can't heal. It doesn't have leftovers or anything. What is this? This is probably just, what, clicking Volt Switch here? Yeah. So the idea here was maybe to soft boiled, but I think Moonblast is still good. We get off damage, you know. And this is a Salt Vest Lantern, which is an idea that I very much love. Critical hit. That's a shame for him. But I'm not going to complain about it. And back into Lantern. Click soft build here. Okay, sculpts. Okay, Moonblast again. Volt switch into what? Back into Slowbro. Yeah, you still got the regenerator on this. Is the switch to Walrein here worth it? Because what's he gonna go for here? Is he just gonna switch? Probably just gonna switch back out, isn't he? No, he didn't actually. Toxic, which missed. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, we're getting a lot of damage on the Slowbro. Which is nice. But yeah, let's figure out what kinds of damage have we been doing to this. First Moonblast did how much? With a crit. We're doing about 44. So there, this is about like... This doesn't have a... Ooh, this probably doesn't have any special investment. There's a good chance we kill it here, but obviously he's gonna switch it here. He's gonna switch out here. Into Lantern, I think. So I'm gonna go to Scizor. He goes to Lantern. And I'm going to U-turn. Mega Evolution plus U-turn. Now maybe this wasn't a good idea, because I've kind of put myself in a bit of an odd position. But so this is definitely carrying Volt Switch. This is Volt Switch Scald. Almost certainly also carrying Thunderbolt. No, almost certainly carrying Ice Beam. And maybe Thunderbolt. Yeah, this isn't a very fun game we're playing right now. Constantly switching in and out. He went into Lantern. Okay. So this Assault Vest Lantern versus my Latios. Do we kill with Luster Purge? We do not. We do with Energy Ball and it's dead. Lantern's dead. Beautiful. Now what comes in here? King Gambit? Maybe Slowbro? No, not Slowbro. Haxorus, probably. Haxorus or King Gambit are gonna come out here. There's King Gambit, yeah. Having no Babiri Berry sucks. Yeah, Skarmory. Did we get the Rocky Helmet chip? No, don't roar, don't roar, don't roar. Roost. That was almost a big misplay. Not a huge misplay, but it would have been unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into Latios here. Curse. Curse Slowbro. Interesting. Although I do like that idea a lot. I almost want to Aura Sphere here to hit the King Gambit, but into Shaman, okay. That's alright. And then surely we can just go back into Skarmory. Baton Pass, okay. I like that. Now we are sturdy on this, and I would very much like to just stay in and take a hit, but and then just kill it with, not kill it, but I deal damage to it. But yeah, this is Blaziken's problematic. Yeah, no, we need to keep Skarmory alive. Skarmory's like the main defensive glue to this team. We have to keep it alive. The problem is, don't have a great switch in. But I think I have to. Ooh, do I risk the Walrein? I feel like I can't. I want to go to Walrein so I can Terra Dragon, but I don't know if that's. Oh, oops. Walrein versus Blaziken. We know it has a knockoff. We actually do tank a hit, but we will take a lot. A lot. I do still want to do it just in case he does Flare Blitz here or knockoff, because he doesn't have anything here that can set up rocks. I mean, King Gambit could, but I don't expect it to. Yeah, the urge to go to Wolverine here is very strong. I don't really have very many better switch-ins, do I? I think Wolverine's the way to go here. Flare Blitzed, nice. Okay, but now, see, now I'd like to Terra Dragon, but I don't know if that's the best idea here, because Terra Grass Arcanine looks nice for the Slowbro. Although that is the only thing it would be useful for. Meanwhile, Terra Dragon Walrein is nice for Blaziken, so I think I should do that. Protect, okay. Unfortunate, because now he knows that I'm going to be doing that. I will just Surf again, even though Toxic... No. There's no way he stays in here, right? No shot he stays in here. And even if he does, we do have a decent chance of surviving. I'm thinking... What comes in here? Haxorus, maybe. And I would like to get a Toxic on that. Or Shaman. No, I don't know, though. This is difficult. What's higher value? No, I think I'm going to go for this in case he stays in. He did not. That's okay. And he switched into this, which is interesting, because would he not... I would expect him to be scared. So I'm gonna click Ice Beam here, you know? But is he not going to? We know this is not... We don't know what item this is, actually. But this can't deal any damage to us. Oh, Dazzling Gleam, I forgot about that. I genuinely, that was like that was terrible. That was a really bad... Nice. Really good play. Okay. And now I'm stuck in this situation again. I think he's going to be going for close combat here now. For sure. A Flare Blitz. Okay, good play. It's taking more and more recoil every turn. If I let Walrein go down here, how easy is it for... Oh god, this is so scary. Because like, what is he clicking here? Is it worth it to let Clefable go down? I don't... No, I think I should keep this alive. It can maybe beat Slowbro at the end. Oh, how do I pivot around this? And yeah, no. I'm sorry, Walrein. Okay, did go for Flare Blitz. I'm gonna rest here. Okay, see this. Okay, okay, cool. And then goes a king. Okay. Blaziken. It's -1 defense. I'm just wondering, does Mega Scizor kill it? I think it does, but with Bullet Punch. I'm just curious. It does, by far. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm gonna go to Scizor here and just Bullet Punch. There it goes. Blaziken's dead. That's a huge offensive threat we've just taken out. Haxorus. Haxorus. Okay. In comes the Haxorus. What is this doing though? Does he want to Swords Dance? He wants to Terra Steel Swords Dance, is that it? Or like, I can't miss anything here, I'm not gonna miss anything. Imagine if it's counter Haxorus, that would be cool. No, I think we're pretty safe here, honestly. I think Mega Scizor is very safe to just stay in here. Even if it's Choice Band Adamant. Terra... Let's say Terra Fighting, right? Close combat, that's not killing. I think he's gonna Terra Steel here, I'm gonna close combat. There it is, do we get the kill? Get the kill, right? Nice! Oh, that was huge. Nice, okay, incredible. We U-turn here. Okay. There's Mega Slowbro. And I'm going to go into Latios here. Let's recurse. And... Oh yeah, the fact this is Curse Slowbro. This is Curse Slowbro. Have we seen it use any attacking moves? No, I've only seen it use Toxic and Curse. So, I don't think Slowbro learns any, like, ice move, any physical ice moves, does it? It learns Avalanche. And Ice Punch, actually. Could very well be carrying both. But... No, I'm gonna go for Luster Purge. Okay. I was expecting Shaman there, but that's fine. We got Toxic, that's okay. See, what if he switches in King Gambit here is the thing. That's what I'm thinking. He did not, okay. I'm revealing a lot of my moveset, this isn't very good. Okay. I could have, the fact that I could have just clicked Energy Ball there, but I expected Shaman to come in and then I expected King Gambit. So it was just kind of a feeling type thing, you know. Healing Wish. Oh, he's letting the king come out. Okay, King Gambit is out at +5. It's at 5 allies fainted. And yet, it does absolutely nothing to my lovely Spitfire bird. And we're faster than it. He's Swords Danced. Thing is, like, combination, like we have the priority to take this out, I think. Let's do some quick... yeah, that was probably, it's probably max HP, so Arcanine, Hisuian Arcanine. With extreme speed kills sometimes. Oh, this thing. Oh, this beast. Look at this thing. Oh, we lived. I forgot about my Rocky helmet. Oh, okay, we won. Okay, that's quarterfinals. We won quarterfinals. My goodness. So many things there that I just forgot about. Somehow, yeah, so many things. I forgot. I was at full HP with Skarmory. And I had sturdy, so there was no way I was ever dying there. Let's skip to the end here. No, don't actually. Okay, so actually there were like a lot of things there at the last bit that I wasn't considering, and like I should have been considering. First of all, somehow this doesn't kill it. Somehow we like weren't. Oh, this is Arcanine. I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. Okay, I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. That makes sense. I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. Okay, yeah, no. Skarmory always lived a hit here. Always lived Sucker Punch. And we were always faster than it, so we were always going to kill it there. But, unless it crit. But even then, Rocky Helmet would have taken it out. And I forgot that Rocky Helmet would take it out. Honestly, that's my bad. Right, I completely forgot about that. But like... that was a game. Yeah, like, even if this died, I have Unaware Clefable, which would have outsped it. Let's see, would that have killed? I don't think it would have. Does Unaware Clefable ignore the Supreme Overlord boost, I wonder? Yeah, it does, actually, so we would have lived the Sucker Punch and hit it with a Moonblast or Flamethrower just to kill it. Yeah, there were a lot of safe options here. Extreme Speed, Arcanine maybe wouldn't have killed every time, but it would have done a lot. Skarmory with Skarmory always lived and Rocky Helmet killed it even if it didn't. I don't know, maybe Scizor could have lived a hit, I don't know. And Clefable was a safe play too. Okay, yeah, a lot of things that I wasn't considering in the end there, but we did it. That was the quarterfinals match for the Pokemon Burn Tower Draft League tournament. I'm in semi-finals now, and I don't know who my opponent is, but whoever they are is going to be very tough, no doubt. Quick little note as well, I forgot to say this in my review of my team, but I wanted to say a quick thank you to Daniel K, or Lapras/Gumi, you can see down here. I reached out to him, I built this team, and I reached out to him, I was like, hey, do you know, you know, I just kind of just asked him to be like, hey, what do you think of this team? And he was like, yeah, it's good. So yeah, he helped me change Walreign's item though to heavy duty boots, because before it was leftovers and that wasn't very useful because it was like rest and sleep talk and all that, you know, I already had rest, I didn't need leftovers, so thank you to him for helping me out with a little bit of discussion with that. And yeah, that was that battle. I'm gonna see you guys next week for the semi-finals. Who we will be battling, I don't know. But we'll wait and see. Goodbye for now.